Hi, guys. I hope everyone is doing well out there. And thanks for joining me again for another Petite Tech video. And I think you're going to really find this episode beneficial. So show me some love and like it. Today, I'm going to show you how to create sub plans using Nearpod. And the reason why I think it's going to be beneficial is because you can use these sub plans whether you're teaching face to face or virtual. So come on, let's get started. Now that we're in Nearpod, let's go to the left side panel and click on Sub Plans. From here, we'll click on New Sub Plan. The button is in the top left corner. Let's type a name for our sub plan. I would recommend that you include your name in the title of the subplan to make it easier to identify, and also include the date if you know it in advance. Otherwise, if you're creating these as emergency subplans, then put emergency subplan and your name. After you've typed your name for your subplan, click the button that's titled Create. Now we're ready to start adding our lessons, and to get started, we can click on Start Adding Lessons in the middle of the screen, or come over to the right and click on the blue button that says Add Lessons. Either one will take you to the same location. By default, it will give you a list of lessons from Nearpod that you can use in your sub plans. You can also do a search in your library if you know the name of a lesson that you would like to use. You can search it also by recent lessons, the author, or the size. I'm going to go ahead and select a few lessons to include in my sub plan. After you have selected all of the lessons that you would like to use for your sub plan, you'll click on the button that says Add, and in parentheses, it will indicate how many lessons you have selected. The next question that it will ask is how many classes should get this lesson? They ask this in case you teach the same course to multiple classes. Each class will receive a different code. So I'm going to select 2 classes just so that you will see the process, and then click Next. And then it will ask you that for each lesson that you've selected. All right, so all of the lessons that you have selected are now in your sub plan. So after we've done that, let's go to the sub plan dashboard. To get there, we'll go to the lavender button in the top right corner that's titled Sub Plan Dashboard. And there it is at the top, Emergency Sub Plans - Andrea Winston. I'm going to come over to the right and click on the button that's titled Send Sub Plan. So it has the title of the sub plan, and here you would put the date if you know the dates that you're going to be absent. So each school usually has an administrator who's responsible for receiving sub-plans. Here is where you would enter that information. This drop down is for you to select their title. You would type in their first and last name, their email address, and then you would need to enter their role. Okay, if you do know the information for your substitute teacher, you can enter that information here. If you don't, leave it blank, and that's the reason why we want to be sure we have the administrator's information completed so that they can send it to the sub if you don't know who the substitute teacher is going to be. If you want to be notified once the emergency sub plan or your sub plan is sent, then you would enter your information, your cell phone information here. Now we're almost done. Let's go to classroom information. In this area, you're able to type in information that you want the substitute teacher to be aware of about your class. Emergency procedures, there's an area for you to type that. You can type the contact information for specific people in your school building that they would need to notify in case of an emergency. And you also have the option of uploading electronic documents to also assist the substitute teacher. If it's face-to-face, if you want to include a seating chart or information for other resources that you might use outside of Nearpod, you can upload that here in this area as well. Last but not least, the school information. When you click this, by default, more than likely your school information is already going to be entered. But let's say that you support more than one school or you teach at more than one school. You can enter the school that this sub-plan is for. You can type that in there. After you have finished entering all the information, you want to click on the blue button that says Save. And it takes us back to our sub-plan dashboard. Now, let's say the day is approaching for your absence. You'll come back to the sub-plan dashboard and click on Send Sub-Plan. Then you would just need to enter the date for your absence. And remember, as I shared earlier, if you leave that information blank, when you attempt to send your plan, it won't go out. So you have to enter your date. Okay. Once you enter your date, click on Send Sub-Plan. Your administrator will receive it. And if you have entered the information for the substitute teacher, they will receive it as well. Well, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this Petite Tech video as much as I have enjoyed creating it for you. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, continue to be inspired and an inspiration to others. Ta-ta for now.